Aries, welcome back. Don't forget to click that like button, guys. Aries, you have somebody here who has tried to gaslight you. And it's like every time they try to gaslight you, you dodge that bullet. It's like you find a way without even you knowing it. You find a way to dodge it. And this person's like, ugh. They still can't gaslight you because it's like nothing is working on you. Nothing has ever worked for them. It's like they keep trying, but it doesn't work. Somehow you just like you move out of the way somehow, or you just like change the topic or something. You're very smooth, right? And this person's like trying to get that reaction out of you, and they can't. And now here it is. It's been a while. Since they've tried. And now this person is like listening to other people talking. And they're like, oh crap, they don't like what they're hearing. This is somebody who's like, what? And they're hearing that people are saying that, like you're really strong. You're a go getter. And there's somebody here that wants to invest in you. And they're like, what? What? And they're like, they're listening to people talking and they're like, hey, do you really want to do that? Do you really want to invest in Aries? Like, do you really want to give them this job? And, they don't know what to say because it's like they can't control what people are saying and people are talking, and somebody here is saying that you're very independent, and they like that about you. They like that you're very independent. You don't need a whole lot of supervision. Like you don't need somebody to tell you all the time like what to do, right? Like you're the kind of person that once you know what you're supposed to do, you just do it. Nobody has to stand over you and make sure you're doing it because they know you're going to do it. You're going to go in there and do your job, right? Or you're going to get the job done, right? And somebody here really likes that about you. They like that you're very independent and they're not, you're not somebody that they're going to have to watch, 24/7, And this person is listening to all this and they're like, no, 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 don't do that. They don't know what to say. They're like trying to get people's opinion to change, but they're trying to do it, they're not, I wouldn't say like they're like bragging or they're like gossipy. No, they're doing it in a very smooth way, okay? Because this group, it's a very I want to say very like upper class type of group, so they know that if they were to come to these people and be like, oh, this and this and that, these people might not take it so well. They might look at this person like, why are you saying this? Why are you talking like this? Why are you saying these things about this person? So they know that if they were to go to these people and try to gossip and try to lie and try to do these kinds of things, right? With this group, it wouldn't go well for them, and they know it. This is why they're like, are you sure you want to do that? And they're trying to play it off that way. But let me tell you, this person is squirming. They feel like they're in the pan, like they're in that hot pan and they're jumping around and they're like, oh, and they don't know what to say, because they're like, what? The thing is that this position that's coming towards you, this person that wants to give you this offer, that means that this person is going to put you in a position that is more higher than this person's position. This person that tried to gaslight you, you're going to be ahead of them. You might even be on top of them, like where you'll be telling them what to do. You know what I mean? Like you'll be supervisor of them. And this is why this person's like, oh crap. They have tried to gaslight you and you dodged it. You didn't have that confrontation. You handled it so well. You didn't give them a reaction, but they know that and whether you know it or not, they think that that they were trying to gaslight you. This person sees you as I want to say like they're equal to a certain degree, even though you wouldn't play games like that, you know. But they see you that way because of the way that you were dodging them. You were dodging their gaslighting, you know. And it's like this is something that they've done to other people so many times, and it has worked every single time except with you, you know. So they're like, I met my match, you know, that kind of energy. But now they know that you're going to be like either on the same floor with them or you're going to be above them. Okay. But you're going to be working around this person or you're going to be around this person. So if this is not work related, this could be something else, right? But where you're going to be around this person to the point where you're going to have more influence than this person. And that's why this person's like, what? No, what are you doing? What are you saying? They're like, no, Aries is not independent. No, no, no. Aries, I don't think Aries is that good. Is you think Aries is that good? Are you sure? You know, they're like, you are you sure that Aries can handle this? You know, it's kind of like that, right? And this person's like swarming. They're like, oh, what do I do? This is this person's like worstest fear happening. You know, there was a reason why this person was trying to gaslight you. They were trying to see how low they can pull you, you know? They wanted to see if they could pull you down, make you look bad, you know? Make you panic, make you stress out. See how you. It was more like they wanted to see how you handle stress, you know? It was just a game to this person. You know, the whole thing was just a game. And it's like every time they tried, you know, that gaslighting just didn't work on you. Well, anyways, the way that you handle yourself is why this person over here is attracted to you. You know, it's the way that you handle stress. It's the way that you handle yourself. It's the way that you stay professional constantly, right? And this other person's like trying to like block you because they're very suspicious that this other person is interested in you romantically. You know, so they're like, "Oh no, you know, are you interested?" Because they could feel it, you know, they could sense it. They're like, "Are you interested in Aries in that way?" You know, and yeah, they could be. You know, they got eyes on you, that's for sure. So if this is somebody who's like of the opposite sex, then this is somebody who's, you know, thinking you're easy to look at. You know, like they used to say in the old days. You know, you're easy to look at. You're easy on the eyes, right? That kind of thing. Well, anyways, that person feels like you have the maturity and the leadership skills to handle a position. You know, they feel like you're the right person for the job, you know. Even though you don't have training, it shows here like you don't have proper training or official training in that field or in that department or yeah. Like you don't have training, but that person's willing to train you themselves. Like they're willing to put, you know, put themselves out to get you into that position because they really do feel like you're the right person for that position, right? While this other person is like, no, wait a minute, you know, and they're like, they're really stretching it, you know, they're really on that borderline of flat out lying, you know, they're right there at the borderline of where they know, like, if they keep pushing too hard, that these people are going to start looking at them like, okay, what's up with you? You know what I mean? Like, they're going to start looking at them like, okay, why are you saying this or why, you know what I mean? So they feel like they're like on this tightrope, you know, where they better be careful. You know what I mean? They're squeezing their cheeks. You know? Have you ever heard that saying? They're squeezing their cheeks, you know? They're squeezing their cheeks. They know that they better play their cards right, you know? Because if not, you're going to end up being this person's boss or something. You're going to be over them in some way, you know? And this person, they believe that you know that they were trying to gaslight you. They feel like you know that they were playing games. You know what I mean? Like they feel like, oh, you're looking at them like oh, okay, you're gonna play games with me. So they feel like there's a vendetta between the two of you. They feel like the relationship is ruined. Like there's no way to come back from that. There's no way that you and this person could ever be friends or be on the same team. You know what I mean? And so now they're really worried because you'll have the right to either fire this person, or you'll have the right to influence somebody else to fire this person. So if this is job related, okay? If this is something else like a group or a club or something like that, like you have the right or you'll have the influence to get them kicked out, okay? Something like that. This could also be about your apartment complex. Something about an apartment complex could be significant. This could be like you getting them kicked out of the apartment complex, something like that, okay? But anyways, whatever this is about, this is definitely something that this person doesn't want. And they're hearing people, and people are talking. People are talking, and people are saying, you're very level-headed. You pay attention to detail. You are very independent, and they like these things about you. And the fact that you pick up on things that other people miss is something that they really like. Like you could pick up on things that even they have missed, that could have ended up being problems down the road. And you have spoken up about these things. And because you've done that, you have really put yourself in a position where these people are like looking at you like, hey, this person would be an asset to us. This is why they want to invest in you, because they see you as being an asset, something that would help them out financially. Okay. So the thing is that this is definitely, I want to say, an organization of some kind. Okay. And it looks like it's a very, how do I say this? It's a very I want to say secluded, exclusive type of organization. Okay, like in other words, there's the workers at the bottom, right, and then there's the people at the top, and you're gonna be up there, either working like right under the people under the top or at the top. Okay, where you're gonna have access to them. You know, and I'm hearing it's really hard to get into that group. Really hard. And what's crazy is you're not even really trying to get into that group. You're just like doing your job or doing your part. And you're not even trying. And this person's like, what? You're going to give Aries an offer? What? It's that kind of thing. They're so stressed out. This is this person's nightmare. And ever since they started hearing, how people are talking about you, oh my gosh, this person can't sleep. They're like so stressed out. They can't sleep. You're going to notice this person having bags under their eyes because they haven't been able to sleep. They don't know what to do. They're like totally freaked out right now. And right now they're just like trying to it's all about them, of course, right? Cuz narcissists are like that. Everything is always about them. So this person is like trying to get the attention on them. They're trying to collect. Like it's like they're trying to collect what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to collect compliments. They're trying to collect compliments. Like they're trying to get people to, when people are talking about you, they're trying to like get people to give them a compliment, to turn the conversation toward them. They're trying to like, because this person is a kiss ass. I'm just going to say it, okay? This person likes to get up there with the big eyes and they try to like kiss everybody's butt and, do you need a drink? You need this? You need that? Let me get you an ashtray. Oh, do you need me to move your car? I'll move your car. Oh, you need this? And they're like really working the room. At least that's how they're thinking. They're working the room and they're thinking that if they do all these things for these people, that, it's going to put them in a certain position. but it's not because they don't have the qualifications. They don't have the personality type to be able to do what it is they want to do. And then here you are, you're going to come and get it, you know? And now this person's realizing, oh crap, they're not even going to be able to gaslight you or even try to gaslight you because you're going to be in a position where you could ruin them. You could destroy them. And they'll lose everything that they've worked so hard for. And they know it, Oh, this is why this person can't take it. People are talking about you. This person feels like, you're going to end up being the ruins of them because, again, they think that that they were trying to gaslight you, which I'm hearing some of you don't even know. Like, you don't even realize what they were trying to do. Like your mind was somewhere else. You're like just doing your job or just doing your part. You don't even know that this person was doing that, but you dodged it anyways. It's crazy, right? But anyways, the thing is that this person that wants to give you this offer, that wants to pull you in, is because they feel like it would be easy to work with you. They feel like you're a team player, and it would be just so much easier to get you on board with the direction that they want things to go in. And they feel like you would be able to see their vision, like you're the kind of person that they could sit down and tell you what it is that they're trying to achieve. And you're the kind of person who would be like, oh, okay, I know how to help you do this, and they feel like you would be a big contribution to this project or whatever this is that they're trying to do, right? They feel like you have it. You have the tools already. You just need a little bit of training, little bit of polishing up. That's it, So you're perfect for it. Let me go ahead and get you your angel numbers out. But this is what's going on. Somebody's squeezing their cheeks. They're like, oh no. Don't do this, please. Don't do this. No, don't give it to Aries. No, Spirit, give us 2 angel numbers here for Aries, please, and thank you. Let's see what comes out for you here. Whoa. Okay, so I'm going to take those 2. Let's see what the first one is on this one. It says 20. It says you relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. See? Yeah. Harmonious. See, that's the key word there. And I feel like that's why you were dodging that gaslighting that person was trying to do, right? It says, you have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I am harmonious. See, you're easy to work with. You're not like, some people, they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to get people to see things the way that they see things. They try to like force their will on other people. And you're not like that, you see? And that confirms it. You got angel number 17 here. It says, the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent. And it's crazy, right? That's exactly what I said in this reading. Wow, that is insane. So Aries put, I am independent, I am harmonious. Put that out into the world. Manifest that. Put it in the comment section. Yes, that's what you want to do. Guys, if you're still here, I'm doing a fundraiser. I need to come up with the money for my electric bill, and I do need to get some groceries. So I'm doing a fundraiser. I will be putting the link to my Cash App and my PayPal in the description. So if you would like to donate, I would highly, highly, greatly appreciate that. And yeah, what happened was I got sick, and I've been getting sick. And my daughter's been getting sick too. My daughter's in the hospital right now. They took her by ambulance yesterday. Anyways, they're doing a lot of tests. They admitted her into the hospital. They're doing a lot of tests on her. They suspect, though, for her situation's different than mine. They're suspecting that she had a stroke, so she couldn't move her right arm. She couldn't move her right arm, and what's crazy is that it wasn't just her right arm; it's her left leg too, which I don't understand that part. Like, I don't understand if she can't use her left leg and she can't use her right arm. And then her right side of her face is like numb. I mean, she could still smile and stuff because they were asking like, they've been asking her like smile and this and that, and yeah, she said that even though she looks like she could smile fine, she's okay, but it's still numb. And then they tested her. She called me and she said that they were trying to get her to drink something, and then she was having trouble drinking. Like she couldn't swallow. It felt like it was going down the wrong pipe. She kept choking. So I don't know what that means exactly. But they admitted her, and they did a CAT scan, and they're going to be doing another CAT scan. She said that they were going to go ahead and do another MRI and see what's going on with her. She has factor 5, and she has other health problems. And with the factor 5, it means that her body just automatically produces blood clots. It's a it's a it's a blood disorder that she has. It's supposed to be genetic, so I don't know if I have it or something, but apparently it's supposed to be genetic. I don't know if I have it. I've had blood clots before, but it's supposed to be passed down from parent to child. So, anyways, any prayers for her would be greatly appreciated. Also, that's all I want to say. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.